In today's video, I am going to be breaking down Kai Sotto and how you can be a dominant center just like him. Because he is very good coming off of the screen and roll, and also very good in the low and also high post. So let's get down and let's check out what Kai Sotto does in game that you can do as well so that you can be dominant too. Really quickly, if you like the idea of being able to draw on top of the video, you can check out the link down below for 10% off. It's called Coach Lens. But also, you can go check out my shooting workout that is down in the description below if you want to be able to shoot the ball from further away. Okay, so coming off of this screen and roll right here, Kai Sotto is sprinting towards the paint down the middle of the key. This is extremely important. And he has his hands up, ready to catch the ball, and he is looking at the man who has the ball. So many players will just do a short cut out. They'll just totally ignore it. So many younger players will not even look at the ball. Look at the ball, sprint to the rim, get your hands up. The pass is passed extremely high for him, which is fantastic. It keeps the ball above his shoulders. We don't want these shorter players to come in and try and rip the ball from him, so keeping the ball nice and high. And then when he receives that ball, he doesn't bring it down. He goes straight up. He doesn't take a dribble. He goes straight up, keeps the ball nice and high. He uses his body as a shield, and he was able to score that basket. By being able to do exactly what you see right here will allow you to be able to be a good center off the screen and roll. So now we have Kai Sotto in the high post, and when he receives this pass, he shows himself, look, he's got his hands up. This is fantastic. He's giving the passer a target. This is something that every center needs to be able to do. You can't have centers in the high post with their arms down like this. They're useless. You need to have your hands up and ready for that pass. As soon as he catches that ball, he pivots towards the basket. Now, I bet you anything, if this guy was cutting, this would have been a nice pass down to him. But this guy was sitting out in the corner with a guy covering him, so there was no pass there. He turns his head first to look at the rim and look at the options that he has cutting baseline. Nobody was cutting, and he wanted to go up for that shot. It's a good shot for him because he's a lefty, and he made it. The reason why this is a good shot, because now when he's pivoting towards that right side, that's getting his left side in line. Going towards your right side, if you're a left-handed shooter like Kai Sotto, is going to allow your left side to get in line much faster, which will make you be more accurate as well and a better shot. Now, this is one part where if I was 7 feet tall like Kai Sotto is, I would change everything. Now, I understand the fact that, okay, you're running down court, you may not know exactly where you are on the court, you catch that ball, you're underneath the basket. Now, while you may be going up against shorter players, this is an okay move, doing a quick shot fake and going up. But if these guys are NBA players, bigger, stronger, faster players, or just in general Americans when you play down in the States, if you're Canadian like I am, you need to go straight up. That shot fake ain't going to do anything. Even these guys didn't fall for the shot fake. You need to go straight up right away. You may get pinned because you're underneath the basket. This guy needs to move down. This should be a kick out 3. That's exactly how this play should have went. He went and scored. Obviously, if you're taller, you can do that. However, what I would change, this ball in the air, you should already know where you are on the court when you're running down the court. The ball gets passed right there. He should have been able to time that to be an alley-oop, whether it be a dunk or a layup, it doesn't matter. He should have been able to time that, jump up high enough to be able to receive that with his body turning in the air so that he can finish at the rim. That way, he ain't going to have that chance of getting blocked. He is not going to get stuck underneath the basket. Knowing where you are on the court is going to be massively beneficial if you are a center. Here we have a pass to the high post once again. He pivots to have a good pass to the corner, but also notice the fact that he doesn't hold it long in the high post. The high post is a fantastic tool to beat defenses, whether it's a zone or a man. This is a fantastic spot to be able to beat a lot of zones or even man. And by doing that, you cannot hold the ball for long in the high post because everyone is going to collapse on you. If you can get that pass out somewhere, wing or corner, 45, whatever, that's going to be massively beneficial. Now, if this guy drives, you got to know that your man is going to be leaving you, which means that you need to cut to the basket with your hands up, hands up, hands up. This, for the 3 teams that I coach, this everyone needs to be able to do. And he receives that pass, goes straight up, floater, fantastic. Now, this is what I mean by knowing where you are on the court. As a center, Of course he's 7 feet tall. Of course he's going to dunk it. If you're not dunking it, if you're young, it doesn't matter. I'm talking like grade 11, grade 12. There should be, if you are on any kind of elite team, you should have at the very minimum at least 1 guy, 2 guys, 3 guys who can dunk a ball. And if you're 7 feet tall, you better be able to dunk. By knowing where you are on the court, you can catch these passes, and if he was to land, this guy right here probably would have been able to contest the layup. But by catching it in the air and finishing with the dunk, whether it's a layup or a dunk on the alley-oop, it doesn't matter. Being able to finish without landing is massively beneficial if you've got really good defenders who are guarding you. And to be a dominant center like Kai Sotto is in the B League, guess what? Right here, you need to be able to do this at all levels. If you can't do a floater from the middle of the key and be consistent with defense, then you are not going to be making a pro team. Also, by having the footwork. Footwork is extremely important here. He catches that ball. He takes 1 dribble. He gathers on his right foot. He goes left, right, up with the baby hook. This is important, having footwork. It doesn't have to be this footwork, but footwork in general. If you can know how to pivot, how to spin move, things like that, you are going to be very beneficial to teams in the low and even high post. Also, being hungry for offensive and defensive rebounds, you need to get rebounds. Here, Kai Sotto gets a tip, but board man gets paid, you need rebounds. So in this game, Kai Sotto had 23 points in the B League. Is he going to be an NBA player? Potentially, maybe for a couple of seasons. Later on in his career, he needs to develop a little bit faster, but things like this are going to allow him to be able to have the potential to make the NBA. If you are young and you're already doing this, keep on improving. If you are not doing this, you need to develop this in your game. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button and subscribe. And I'll see you guys again next time. Make sure to go check out my shooting workout that is down in the description below.